to the Wealthy LaLa show with myself, Laurie Laursen. Today is episode 184-2. How are you today? Just how are you? I know today is not a mini reading day. These cards that I'm going to use for a card thing soon, but one wants to be pulled right now. So I wonder what card we want to get. Oh, there's one stuck at the bottom here. Light. Actually, that's really interesting because that's the card. My light radiates through me, through my life and the world around me. Now, it's interesting that that card would be the one that is talking to us today, because the very subject that I got drawn to, let me just hold the book open here, is I came across this post on Instagram, and it talks about things that lower your vibration. Now, you know how I've talked in the past, Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about the quantum field responds not to what we want, it responds to who we're being. And if you kind of find in your life that a lot of shitty things are happening, I hate to say it, this is kind of like, I would have had a hard time saying this before, but if you have a lot of things that are not cool that are coming up in your world, it actually has to do with your vibration. Okay? And it is something, now where I get most of us start to go off the deep end with this is we go, like, we're so used to being in such a heavily judged society that we'll hear something like that and ready to go to judgment of ourselves and or defense. Like, I don't think so. My life is good. What you're saying, Laurie, is just a crock. And rather than knowing that it's safe, that it's okay to go, well, I feel like I want to take that personally, what Laurie just said. I wonder if there's something to it. Okay. Now, I know that when I started hearing stuff like this, I really had a hard time at first. I wanted to totally go to defense. I wanted to say, that's full of BS. I've got all these good things going on in my life. Where's the problem? The one thing though with me is that I did know that something was up because I was as sick as I was and as sick as I felt. Okay. So I knew something was up, and I knew all of the stuff that I was trying to fix wasn't, as much as I tried so hard, it was not changing anything. So, I then actually, honestly, I was kind of brought to my knees and brought to the possibility that there was something else going on, that I was going to have to let go of my conclusions, my decisions, everything that I thought was right or wrong, and be open to different possibilities. So when I started to hear Dr. Joe talk about, how incredible, how we are often living, most of us are living in 70% of our life is in a state of stress, and that we're actually addicted more to the stress, emotions, to suffering, to trauma, drama than we realize. That was a very eye-opening thing for me to realize that about myself. But I had to do it without judgment. And that's the thing, is if any of this is triggering you, please, please, please know that I'm not judging you, because I've lived it. And that please don't judge yourself. And if I can be the first place to invite you into a place of not judging yourself, I really hope that I could be that for you. Okay? So I came across this post on Instagram, and it said, things that lower your vibration. And so this is, it's a list of things. And these would have almost all of them, I would have said a yes to. Okay. So are you guys ready? Are you ready? Because this might surprise you. Things that we choose normally may actually not be contributing to you in your life. And know that it's changeable, and know that you don't have to judge yourself for this, and know that I am not judging you for this, and that if this can be the first place that you can allow yourself to see this without judgment, I would be so incredibly honored to be a part of that process with you. So, things that lower your vibration taking everything personally. Hello, I was a queen at that. Still slip into it. Have to, take myself out of it. Have to ask questions and, choose something different to create something different there. Number 2, holding on to the past. Hello, I was also a queen of that. Yeah. So holding on to the past. Number 3, overstressing. That was something that I didn't realize I was actually doing. Like, the more I've become more aware of myself, the more I can see where I was doing that. I didn't see it as that because I could see people in my life that did that more. So I did, because I thought I was better, I wasn't doing it. And then as I got to know me, I got to see that I was actually doing it. I was just doing it in a more subtle way, but I couldn't fool me. Number 4, sleeping in late. That's not something I ever did. But if you find yourself sleeping in late where it's not creating greater for you, it's not like a weekend where you get to just sleep in. Having a poor diet. That's number 5. Number 6, fueling drama. So, you get caught up in the drama stories at work, within your family, with the neighbors in your community, like that kind of thing, fueling it by keeping it going, by bringing it up again. That was something that I did. And I just thought that that was just a normal thing. That's what we all do. But I now see what that actually creates energetically in our world, in our lives, in our bodies. And especially because of me having had stuff in my body, this is what made me so incredibly attuned to this. The next one, complaining all the time. Like, wow, hey? So, yeah, complaining all the time. And that's even to yourself. That's even complaining to yourself. Like, if you look in the mirror and you complain about your body, you complain that your clothes don't fit you, you complain to yourself that you wish you exercised more, you complain that life is too hard. You can complain, and I'm not saying it's not at times, okay? That's not that. It's the complaining without ever changing anything, the complaining without ever doing anything, the complaining without ever actually wanting to choose to create greater with it, like using that information to create greater with it. Overthinking. Hello, people. I was a queen. I was a king of overthinking. I'm getting way better. Man, there are times now where I actually have a blank. You know how guys can do that? Like, you look at them and they look like they're just like dogs watching television, tongue hanging out, I can actually have those moments now where I'm not thinking about things. I know what's actually contributing to that too is the meditations, absolutely. And also the fact that when I catch myself with these stressful thoughts, ones that I know that are impacting me, I change it way quicker than I used to. Next one is gossiping. I thought I was just talking about other people to understand them. And sometimes that was the case. And other times it was definitely to, like, without even knowing, I was doing it where I know I was comparing myself to them and thinking I was better, like really, truly, madly, and deeply, just like that one song by those 5 guys, One Direction or something, truly, madly, deeply. I don't know. Okay, second last one, not living in the moment, so not being present. That is, I'm really getting the understanding of what not being present in my life creates. Like, holy. It is so interesting. I am yawning so much through this show. Like, I am just so aware that this is just really shifting things. Like, I'm aware of this impacting other people. I am aware it is impacting me, and it's definitely shifting things. So, wow, this is a big thing. And the last one, trying to please others. Okay, people pleaser alert. I am a recovering people pleaser. So, yes, I am. So, Sorry, I just was receiving a phone call, and how does it get any better? Um, yeah. So I'll have to call that person back. How's that? I just have people who want to talk to me. How did I get so lucky? So, anyways, but like take a look at that and see what those are like. Now I'm going to share this picture on Instagram, things that lower your vibration. Person solistic energy shared it on Instagram. So I'll just go through them again. Things that lower your vibration: taking everything personally, holding on to the past, overstressing, sleeping in late, having a poor diet, fueling drama, complaining all the time, overthinking, gossiping, not living in the moment or being present, and trying to please others. So just allow yourself to like really consider those words and those ideas and see, is there an area in your life that you're choosing something like that? So you can just even 1% choose to change it each day. Okay. And if you are one of those people that's living like 70% of your life in a state of stress, see what you can do by looking at this list and let yourself, like little by little, choose something different. Okay. This is really interesting. So the card that showed up from the book, this is Soul Coaching, Oracle Cards and Guidebook by Denise Lynn. So the card that popped up was light. So the card meaning, you are the light and you come from the light. You illuminate the world. So rejoice and remember who you are. You have a physical form, but that's impermanent. At your source, you're luminescent. Lighten up and don't take things too seriously. Your soul wants you to know now is the time for you to shine and remember who you are and where you came from. Your essence is radiant light. This is a good time to clear clutter. Get rid of anything you don't love or use. Clear out the physical, emotional, and mental junk in order to make space for you to shine even greater and brighter. An affirmation: my light radiates through my life and the world around me. So just know that like these things are all changeable. I mean, I remember when I first started, it seemed like just insurmountable for the most part, like this kind of stuff, and that it couldn't be changed, that it would never change. It seemed like, what would be the value in changing? And I also found for myself too, it was like, what if I change so much that I lose the people around me? But what I've discovered is that every time I've changed and chose something a little bit different, even when it's out of my comfort zone, not talking about other people, not engaging in gossip, not choosing more trauma drama, being more present in my life, like things like that. At times it was actually uncomfortable. Choosing to eat differently, with lighter, more whole foods, less fast food and stuff like that. The more that I did that, the more I went from feeling like I was going to lose by not having others, I began to gain by having more of me. And that, I have to tell you, the more and more that I choose that and that I choose towards that and I choose less of what's on that list and I choose more of something else, my life, my body, and everything actually it just feels better. I sleep better. I rest, I relax better. I don't overthink. I mean, honestly, it's just incredible what changes in my life, and I'm so grateful for it. And in the beginning it felt like nothing. It was something unfamiliar to me, and now I can't not do it. Every day I want to be a little better than I was yesterday. Every moment I want to be a little better than I was earlier. And so I set myself up to have that. And when I talked on no, I can't remember what show that was. Anyways, whatever. just knowing the importance of setting yourself up for success with this. Get yourself a buddy, get yourself someone you can talk to, and you will just, oh, honestly, you guys, just try it. Just try it. Just play with it. And if you ever need a hand and you would like to reach out, have some kind of a coaching session, do a mini card reading, please reach out to me. I would love to hear from you, love to work with you, love to chat with you. It would be my honor. And so, on that note, I am going to sign off for today. I am so grateful for you. Thank you for listening. Big, big, big hugs. And just 1%, just tweak it 1%, whatever you can. And ask the universe to have your back and to show you how tweaking those things is creating something different for you in your life. And then that itself is what ends up being the thing that it becomes like this intrinsic internal motivation, inspiration to choose something different for yourself, because it just is so delicious. All right, take care, you guys. My email is thewealthylala@gmail.com.